the tops of the columns, which are right over here. They're ready for paint. And so I've decided, rather than just getting them in foam, I'm going to do my paper mache clay, because it gives it kind of a tone, or excuse me, a stone texture, and it'll give it some hardiness so it will hold up in the weather. So it's a little tedious, but this is a thin layer around the wood, and it'll dry pretty quickly, and then I'll be able to paint it up. So, and I'm still gonna fix the base. I've decided to make it a bigger base. So we'll put new bases on the columns, and these tops will be hopefully done shortly, and we will move on to the next thing. Alright, we got a lot of stuff going on here. My husband is working on this pirate wheel. Let me walk around here. It's looking pretty darn cool. The boys helped me cut some pieces of chipboard, and I had this idea of hot gluing this down to close up the opening here. As you can see, it's just a piece of wood, some foam for a spacer, and then the other side of wood, and all of it's just stapled into these poles here, these spokes from my baby crib. And then my husband just made this bottom part here with the bolt. Here, let me walk on the other side. It's kind of shadowy. So anyway, you can see kind of the gaps in the middle circle and the top circle. So I think I'm just gonna put that like that, hot glue it down, and then stain the whole thing so that it all matches. It actually worked really good. These were a godsend, because I didn't know quite how we were going to do that, and ship wheels are super expensive. I was looking on them on eBay and stuff. I was like, oh no. So we made one custom, the exact size that I needed, and it's going to work great for the scene with the skeleton. So super cool. Oh, there's the old Goosebumps books. We're using the back side. My husband's working on these frames, and I need some panels for the corner in the backyard here that I'm going to make the another pirate scene from the ride. The jail scene has been moved back, and the pirates are in the garage, and so we need to make those. I pulled the columns out because I needed to match the color, actually more matching the color of the Harry Potter panels, but I'm gonna sponge these guys up to match so that everyone's the same. And so I got the first coat on the new columns and the arch for the talking skull. That's done. It's probably already dry, but I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. I pulled this guy out just because I wanted to match the color. And then what do we have going on over here? So the plan is to make a big pirate boat, the Black Pearl, in front of the house. That's the big centerpiece. And so I thought it'd be really cool to have the Kraken tentacles. And so I made 3. As you can see, they're propped up with the rebar with chicken wire all the way up, and they're pretty big. Like, they go up at least, well, that one goes up, I don't know, 12, 13 feet. These are shorter, but they're gonna hang over the side of the boat. And it's I know I'm kind of steering away from the ride a little bit, but pulling in Jack Sparrow scene from the ride, and then from the movie pulling in the Kraken, just because I thought that would be more fun than just the cannons kind of shooting at the ship like on the ride. I thought about doing that, but I really wanted to do the Black Pearl kind of like a shipwreck type of thing, and I'll explain that later, because there's a couple ideas I have for that using projections. But if I break the middle part of the boat like the Kraken's pulling it apart, then these are the tentacles that are going to do that. So I'm going to skin it with this tablecloth plastic, just like it did the spooky trees, and just wrap it all around using the heat gun. And then I'm going to add some suction cups on there with some foam, and I'll have my Kraken legs. So it shouldn't be too difficult. So we got a lot of stuff going on here, and I'm super excited about it. So anyway, I will show progress soon. I hope everyone's having a nice Labor Day weekend. So here's some progress. I've got another pirate that I'm working on here. This is another pirate. That's going to be the pirate on, he's like straddled on the cannons. Going to look super cute. And then my pigs, I think they're pretty much done. They're just drying, and it's like triple digits in the Bay Area, California right now, so it should be quick. This was fun, lapping his ear over there. I took a piece of cardstock and lapped it over and then mudded over it, and that gave me that nice flap there. That was perfect. So I got my pigs done, and over here I've got a couple panels. They're going to be positioned right in front of the apple tree, kind of blocking this off. This is going to be the scene with the well, the guy being dunked in the well. Really like that scene, so I think that's going to be nice. And then I'm going to block off this area and have another scene over there with some pirates, you know, throwing some stuff all over the place. Haven't quite figured out all of it, but I got a plan. So the jail scene is shoved over there for now, and so I can paint the scenes on these panels of buildings and arches and stuff like that. So here are the original columns. These are the big ones with the gates. And there's my books. Oh, it's so upside down, but that's okay. I love seeing my books again, my Goosebump books. Love those things. We're just flipping them over. I'm going to paint the back side so I don't have to buy some more wood to make those panel scenes. So that worked out really good. My husband's made a frame and got those all, actually all 4 of them. There's one here, 2 are already together, and then the other one is over there on the other side of the arch. So here's the wheel. I stained it up. A couple of the pieces just popped off, so I got my hot glue gun warming up. I'm just gonna put those right back on, but the stained worked really good. It all looks like one piece now. Even that really thin wood worked out really well. Took the stain nicely. And so, yep, I'm gonna fix oh, another piece fell off. I gotta glue those back on. I think the stain just made them super wet, and so they just kind of came off, but no big deal. I will fix that. And then over here, I got one of the side columns so I can match the colors. I've got the 3 columns. Aren't they beautiful? Ugh, I love them. These are so cool. I still have a couple more colors, and I have to, I use compound and I use paint, like a light gray paint, and I stick my finger literally, and I just glob on the mortar color there, and I'll do that at the end, and it gives the final piece. But these came out really nicely with the mud. They actually look like hammered stone. And then the top, I painted all of that gray. I actually touched up the top of the main column so it had the same color, so it all matches. So these are super cool. Can't wait till they're done. And then also I had to match the arch with the talking skull. So again, I need a couple more colors, and I need to do the in-between mortar, but that one is almost done too. And then Ronan was helping me, and we got all the tentacles completely wrapped with the heat gun and the plastic. And we also, I ran out of Gorilla Glue because it's the only thing that works, but because I tried this other stuff, and you can see the little suction cups are falling off. But we started gluing on the suction cups. I'm just using some, what do I use, that tubing? Yeah, that, it's like a pool noodle, but it's that other insulation stuff. Had some of that I was just going to throw away, so I'm using that as the suction cups, and they're going to go all the way up, and they'll make them smaller as they're getting toward the tip. So I got a couple of different sizes. I actually cut them all up. I'll show you. I got the big ones, mediums, and then I've got a ton of these. This is stuff I just had. I was going to literally throw away, and I'm glad I didn't, because this is perfect for the suction cups. I'm just going to put them all the way underneath these massive tentacles. They're so funny, purple. And then my husband had a really good idea of maybe putting a fire and ice light in the middle and shining it up. I don't know what it would look like, but once I spray paint these things, I'm gonna go for like a kind of a pinky color underneath, and then kind of a greenish, brownish color on the outside with the little purple sneaking through. I think the light actually might be really cool. So yeah, they're so big. Oh my God. They're gonna look great, and I'm gonna lap them over the ship when we make that. So, yep, that's it. So, I've got pirate stuff all over the yard. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, we're making a lot of good progress. And Labor Day weekend is kind of my weekend to do it, because between the kids' activities, the sports, and the kung fu, and the scouts, and my son is in a robotics club. I mean, it's just a lot of distractions. So I use this weekend when everything is pretty much like on break to get stuff done. And I am. So I'm happy about that. So anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great holiday weekend, and more coming.